The story you're about to see is true. The location of these plants has been changed to protect the innocent. This is the city, Santa Barbara, California. Some call it paradise, mountains and ocean views, classic architecture and exotic gardens. But drive down any street in any neighborhood and you'll find them there, sometimes in broad daylight. People perpetrating pointlessly pitiful pruning on peaceful plants. My name is Billy Goodnick, and I run the Crimes Against Horticulture division. Actually, there's no such thing, but wouldn't it be cool if there were? My mission is to help my community create beautiful, useful, sustainable landscapes. Plants that don't look like a bunch of UFOs, meatballs, and hockey pucks. Friday morning came suddenly. I'd been on a stakeout, hoping to find the perp responsible for a rash of juniper lollipops in the San Roque neighborhood. Maybe my triple espresso would kick in soon. I was typing an email when Jane jolted me awake with a new case file. After 30 years on this beat, I thought I'd seen it all, but this has got to be the most imaginative way of breaking Plant Code 2447B, subjecting plants to embarrassment. I mean, think about it. What if all the other Bougainvilleas on the block looked like plants and you had to look like an Apollo space capsule? I can trace the origins of this crime back quite a few years when somebody decided to take a plant that's capable of scaling a 4-story building and stick it in a 2-foot space in a parking lot. These plants don't have an off switch, and since Bougainvillea blooms on the new tip growth, it's even more ridiculous because you're constantly shearing off the growth that gives you the flowers that you bought the plant for in the first place. So it's just an endless cycle of work for no real payoff. Like the source of most crimes against horticulture, this is a case of putting the wrong plant in the wrong place. This plant just gets too big. It's capable of devouring a minivan, and you don't want to turn your back on it because they just keep going. There's really no acceptable way to rehabilitate this plant. Best thing to do is to cut it at ground level, dig out the stump, find a beautiful, low water using replacement. But before you select that new plant, you want to go through a little checklist. Does it like the area where you're putting it? This is a very sunny environment, so the plant has to withstand a lot of sun. What kind of soil do you have? Does the plant need good drainage, or can it tolerate just about anything? And is it a plant that's going to exceed the space? If so, find a smaller plant that's going to live a happy life in that location. You can find a great selection of plants to suit all your needs at waterwisesb.org. Jane, would you mind filing? Thanks. And the streets of Santa Barbara are again safe for horticulture.